Conquer your mind and you'll conquer the world. Your goals circulate in your mind, yet you make zero progress. That is exactly how I used to be. Your thoughts are supposed to be invisible, they're meant to be inside your own head, but they will manifest themselves physically. They did for me. I was scared to handshake people, man. The overthinking, the worrying, the anxious thoughts, I just thought like it's meant to be normal. I never even gave it a second thought. I just thought that's exactly how your brain just is. It just ain't on your side. Bro, I had all these big thoughts, these big ambitions, and I made no progress towards any of it. And that was the number one reason why. So look, I wish that version of me had this video, because it is all you're ever gonna need to get your mind on your side. And I'm gonna teach you everything that I know, bro, from the past 5 years of being on this disciplined path. Daydreaming is what becomes overthinking with the lack of action. Think about it, bro. What's separating your daydreaming from my daydreaming? Because everyone does it. Everyone thinks all these big things. Everyone thinks of all these goals. Everyone thinks in general. Everyone just thinks. So what's separating someone who's achieving their goals and someone who is not achieving their goals? That one guy thinks and does nothing, and the other guy thinks and just goes, I'm gonna go do that now. He just takes action. We all have an operational frequency, and that frequency has to be in alignment with what we want in order to get what we want. You want those abs? Well, you gotta act for it, bro. You can't imagine yourself with it and then do nothing. Although visualization is important, it means nothing without the action. So you seeing yourself with that six pack, and you seeing yourself with those muscles, and you seeing yourself with the dream career, those goals that you have, they're kind of vague right now, but you're outsourcing responsibility to the 30-year-old version of you, because you're like, yeah, when I'm 30, I'm gonna have the mansion and the sick car and all of that. But it all starts now. You are the guy that the 30-year-old version of you is built upon. So this operational frequency needs to be in alignment with the 30-year-old now. Your actions need to carry that dream outcome now, even when you're at like step 0, because every single thought you have about your future self is like a divine sign to act now. It's your mind telling you, bro, let's go and have that life. But when you do nothing about it and you sit there overthinking like some idiot, bro, you're sat there, you're thinking about all of these big things, you're imagining your potential, and you're like, yeah man, I've got such high potential, I could do X, Y, Z, I could get that body, I could get that business, I could get that job, whatever. But you just ain't that guy, because you've taken no action. And it is that exact inaction that keeps you overthinking in loops. So if you want to break a loop today of overthinking, because we get like thousands of these cycles of overthinking loops, and it can happen about anything, and I know how devastating it is, man. It's like poison. I'm telling you, bro, the only way to fix it, you can't think your way out of one of these, man. You can't think your way out of overthinking. You have to act your way out of it. You have to get into your body. You have to become present in your body. You have to like feel your fingertips tingling, and then you just suddenly get up and you do something. You change location. You go from your bedroom to the front room, or you go from inside to outside, whatever your goal requires you to do. If you need to go outside and run, if you need to go to the study so you can like go on your laptop and do some work, whatever it is, man, you just need to get up and act. Imagine yourself sitting there overthinking and then thinking more to try and get out of overthinking. You can't sit there and hope that you can think your way out of it. So you're sat there imagining yourself doing the good thing and you're not doing it. That is what is killing your potential, mate. And the exact day that I realized this for myself was when I was sat there, I was in an anxious loop again, like flipping always, bro. It happened every single day. I'm sat there, an overthinker, a guy who has no control over his mind. I'm tearing at my hands, bro. It's disgusting. Like, at the end of the day, no one wants to handshake someone who has hands like that. No one wants to be close to someone or touch someone's hands when they look like that. And then it just kind of like ruins your own image, because if you do that to your own self, like, what kind of guy are you is what other people think. Like, that's what I would think if I saw someone's hands like that. And I used to work with a guy who used to chew his fingers, yeah, and his hands looked fine, but just even seeing him chewing on his fingers, I like rated him less. And the funny thing is, just 2 years before that, my hands were destroyed, bruv, from the anxiety, from the overthinking. And so many people like bite their nails or like rip their skin or whatever, and it's so like normal for people to do it because of the overthinking and stuff. But yo, I was in the middle of one of these episodes, just like overthinking, sat there ripping my hands, feeling like absolute rubbish. And then I randomly got this thought of like the sick version of myself, the ideal version of myself, the guy who's ripped, the guy who's got a sick job. And when I realized that the ideal version of myself wouldn't be doing this, I was like, but you are that guy. I thought in my head, innit? I was like, but that we are the same person. It's just me in a few years. Then I thought, if he ain't doing it, why the hell am I doing it? Because if I do it, if I continue this now, I will keep doing it up to the point where I'm that age. Because I was about 18 at the time. So I've been doing this for the past literally almost 18 years. I've been doing it from the moment I could, you know? And I thought like, there's a pretty high chance I'll do this for the next year, the next 2, the next 5. I realized it starts right here. I've got to stop it now. And then I thought, the only way I can stop it is by becoming the guy that doesn't do it in the first place, which is me in like 5 years. So I imagined what I'm like in 5 years, really gave it thought, really realized what my goals are, and imagined myself with that dream engineering career, that sick physique, and the ability to have control over my mind. And then I stopped because I stood up and I walked around. Now I'm not saying that since that point when I was 18 that I never did this again. Obviously I did, but it was less, and then less, and even less. And now I'm at the point where I don't do it at all because I follow that framework that I created at that age. I'm so flipping happy that I got that thought of like, oh, my future self wouldn't do this, because it set in place this framework that I'm about to tell you to control your mind, which is recognize, affirm, and action. So you recognize the habit, you become conscious of the bad habits. That could be the same bad habit as me, that could be you inside your own head, that could be you playing video games, that could be you scrolling. You recognize the bad habit in your mind. You're like, oh, I am scrolling right now, oh, I am ripping my hands right now, oh, I am overthinking right now. And then you affirm something. And this is the most important part, but this is what most guys are going to overlook. You've got to have that version of you in your head. It's as simple as that. You've got to know exactly what you want. It could be small, it could be like, I just want a 6-pack. It could be big, it could be like, you have this elaborate visualization in your head of what you're going to be like when you're older. Whatever it is, man. I guess the more specific with this you can get, the better it is, because then you're more emotionally invested and more likely to listen to yourself. You need to have that vision, and then you need to think, oh my god, he would never do this, and wrap that into one sentence. Just be like, bro, if you can, the shorter you can make it, the better it is, because then you're more likely to remember. So I used to just say, I'm that guy. Everyone knows what I'm that guy means. So you could copy that one, or you can just use something else, but you have to have words that you can put into your mind. After you recognize you're doing a bad habit, you have to have words you put in your head that you can fall back on. And the shorter the phrases, the quicker it is for your mind to just remember it. And the more times you do this, the more times your brain is gonna revert back to that good thinking. And then the third part is action. All you got to do is move, yeah? You've got to think, I'm that guy, and then move, especially getting up. The easiest thing that you could ever do is just do 10 press ups. And that is how you quite literally will destroy overthinking. If you can get up and do something else, change activities, the press ups, the squats, or whatever you want to do in between, they can act like a bridge between what you're doing now, the overthinking, the bad habit, the bridge between that and the good habit. And what you've just used to affirm, I'm going to tell you how to use that vision to create your plan for tomorrow. I'm about to tell you how to take that affirmation a step further. So you've had that vision now of the best version of yourself, that guy that's got that guy that's got all of the goals that you have wanted to achieve. And now I'm about to tell you how you can actually make some real progress towards this. And that is through character creation. You have to create the guy that you want to be. For me, Tiger J, bro, I am that guy already. Even if I haven't got all the accolades that he's got, the perfect version of myself, I'm acting the same things that he does. And I know it's like kind of weird, oh, he's talking about a guy who doesn't even exist, but that's the thing, he does exist. Even though it's only up here, it's gonna happen. Like, the time's gonna pass, and then you'll end up walking into the space of that guy. So the version of yourself that you can imagine, yeah, within the next year or two, the next 5, the next 10, whatever it is, you've got to basically act like him right now, even though you have nothing that that guy's got. And that is where that affirmation is gonna come from. That's gonna help you break every single loop. And what I want you to do is think of 1 or 2 parts of this perfect dude's life. You. It's not even some random guy, it's you. It is you with everything that you've ever wanted. Think about what he's got. And then think about his day. What does he do when he wakes up? What does he do before he sleeps? What does he do in between all of that? What does he eat? How does he train? Think about these things and then write them down into a checklist. 5 a.m. he wakes up. 6 a.m. he works out. 7 a.m. he works on his business. 9 a.m. he goes to work. Whatever it is. And then use that checklist. You know what I'm about to say, bruv. Live that same day tomorrow. And now you've got a list of daily promises that you can keep. And when you, bro, getting your mind on your side is just keeping promises consistently. So as long as you have the promises in the first place to keep, because most guys don't, man. If you've got the list of promises that you can keep, then you're already like 1,000 steps ahead of the next man who doesn't even think like this. I used to watch YouTube and I used to want the guy to give me the answers, and I never used to really get them, bro. I used to just sort of click off a video and feel like I had no direct action to take. So my action to you is very clear now, is to recognize, affirm and act when you're doing something bad, and create your plan from your dream vision. So create tomorrow's plan now. Do that right now, because if you don't take action, this video, look at the length of the video, that's just now screen time on your phone that doesn't serve a purpose. So let this video serve a purpose and do something. Take action. I'm on the Pathway of the Tiger discipline system. That is in the top link in the description as well if you want to check it out. Sweat or regret, bro. I'm out.